Today we're going to review how to simplify, multiply, divide, add, and possibly subtract rational expressions. In this case, we'll be just doing some adding. And so let's take a look at our first problem that we'll see. Always look for common factors. So we're just simplifying this rational expression. So I see 2 goes into both the top two numbers here, 2x and 10. So I'm going to take the 2, put it on the outside of a parenthesis, do some division, and I got an x minus 5 left over. Now, whenever you see the constant first, the variable second, take out a negative 1. And so when I do that, I now have this x squared minus 25. So the signs just switch if you take out a negative. Now I can factor that a little further. So I still have this 2 and an x minus 5, but now I've got negative 1 times by x minus 5 and an x plus 5. So I can go ahead and now cancel out those common factors. So I see these x minus 5s canceling out. So what's left over? Well, here the 2 over negative 1 just gives me a negative 2. And I've got this over x plus 5. So that would be my answer. Looking at the next one, 2 trinomials, no common factors. So I'm going to just factor those trinomials as 2 binomials. So when I do that, I see an x minus 2 and an x plus 1. And then over here I've got an x plus 3 and an x plus 1. And so you see, check your outside terms and inside terms. Negative 2, and we have a positive 1, multiply or add together to make negative 2, or negative 1. So that matches. So here we have x and 1 and 3x add to make 4x's. So it does work out. So always check those outside and inside terms, cancel out those x plus 1s. So we're left with the x minus 2 all over an x plus 3. Well, look at the next one. We just have to move some terms around, use that commutative property. So I'll bring the 12 and the 15 next to each other. Now I can do this because there's no addition signs or subtraction signs like there were in the last couple of problems. And so I also have some p's to combine together. It looks like there's 6 of them all together. Here there's 1 q and 3 make 4 q's. Down below I have a 5 and a 12. And then I've got, it looks like 1p and 1q. You just start canceling. So what's left over? Well, the 12s cancel out. 5 goes into 15 3 times. The 3's on top. This 1p will take away 1 on top. This 1q will take away 1 from the top as well. So we're left with a 3p to the 5th, q to the 3rd power, all on top of the fraction. Now I've got 2 fractions and we're multiplying them, but this time we have to factor in order to do the work. So let's draw 2 sets of parentheses for the top of that first fraction. X plus 4 and x plus 1 multiply to make 4, but add to make 5. Keep on going along the numerator here. X squared minus 2x minus 8 is going to factor to an x minus 4 and an x plus 2. Well, moving on to the bottom, we got an x minus 4. That's getting multiplied, or being multiplied by this trinomial, which will factor to an x plus 4 and an x plus 2. So now we're ready to go ahead and cancel. So we can cancel out these x plus 4s, cancel out this x plus 2, and this x minus 4. So most everything canceled except for that x minus 1 on top of the fraction. Now look at this next one. Same sort of thing. Make sure you go ahead and factor first. X squared minus 9 is going to factor to an x minus 3 and an x plus 3. Now the 16x has got to go on top because it's a division problem that we need to change to multiplying. So that goes on top. So 16x. Now we come back to this denominator of the first fraction, which factors as 2 binomials. It's going to factor to an x plus 3 and another x plus 3. Well, this is going to go on the bottom, and this numerator goes on the bottom. Take out the common factor first. 4x goes outside the parentheses. Do the division. See what's left over, x minus 3. So we can go ahead and take out those common factors of x plus 3, x minus 3. Notice that we can only take out one x plus 3. Even though there's 2, there's only 1 on top. Well, this x will take out this x. 4 goes into 16 4 times. So 4 is left on top, x plus 3 on the bottom. That's our answer. Next 2 problems are addition problems. And looking at the first one here, notice how this is x minus 5 and this is 5 minus x. Both signs are opposite. When both signs are opposite, you can get away with just multiplying by -1. Multiply each of the terms by -1, and it'll make the two denominators, the same. And so what we've got, though, on top is a -x. Down below, it becomes a +x and a -5. And so now we're ready to collect like terms. So you just combine these as 1. 2x minus 1x just makes an x over x minus 5. And that's our answer. Don't try taking out those x's because it's not x on the bottom. It's 5 less than x. Well, this next one, you look at the denominators, they're not the same. So we need to multiply this by some number. Well, this number here needs a 3. So 3 times 3 will give me 9. I already have enough m's, and actually this side needs an extra one. It's got the 9 already, it just needs an m. So now you multiply across. So let's rewrite what our top of our fraction is. So 2 times m makes 2m. Make sure you put parentheses around that expression and distribute. So we're left with a positive 3m. 3 times 1 makes 3. And so down below it's just a 9m squared. So we're able to collect some like terms. It makes 5m plus 3 all over 9m squared. That's our answer. So those are some of the problems that you'll end up seeing on tonight's homework. Good luck.